In this video we will understand policy sciences approach. Let's start. 1. Introduction. Theories, models, and approaches of the policy process remain influential but have limitations in explaining all aspects of public policy. Policy analysts often remain disconnected from the actual decision-making centers, resulting in a limited impact on policy development and execution. Laswell, 1951, defines policy sciences as a discipline aiming to explain policy making and the execution process, while providing relevant data for contemporary policy issues. Policy sciences is a systematic study of public policy, rooted in historical public policy approaches and advice. 2. Nature of policy sciences approach. Policy sciences concept was originally formulated by Harold Lasswell in 1951. The policy sciences approach is characterized by its multidisciplinary nature. Drawing on various academic disciplines to address specific policy issues, policy sciences involve the practical application of knowledge from different sciences to solve policy problems in advance. It emphasizes the importance of a policy analysis culture, consisting of technical experts, cooperation between researchers, and an informed citizenry. The approach aims to improve the understanding of policy choice and rational decision-making, as emphasized by Nagel, 1980. 3. Laswell's vision of policy sciences. Policy sciences represent a multidisciplinary approach that integrates knowledge from various branches to address complex social problems. Laswell highlights the problem-oriented and contextual aspects of the policy sciences approach, focusing on both the policy process and intelligence needs. There are two distinct but complementary approaches within the policy sciences, namely policy analysis and policy process. Policy analysis emphasizes rational decision-making through the identification of objectives, specification of alternatives, policy recommendations, monitoring of outcomes, and evaluation of performance. The policy process is seen as an alternative to policy analysis, emphasizing democratic and pluralist norms in policy formulation, implementation, and evaluation. The policy sciences approach is explicitly normative, recognizing the role of values in understanding and solving social problems. It acknowledges that no social problem or methodological approach is entirely value-free. 4. Scope and expansion of policy sciences approach. Policy sciences aim to learn from public programs to address social objectives effectively, making evaluation a critical element of policy analysis. The successful implementation of policy research is contingent upon its practical use in alleviating policy problems. Policy sciences address administrative delivery system challenges, proposing strategies for policymakers to better appreciate implementation issues. In response to demands for a reduction in government expenditure, policy sciences focus on program termination, employing strategies such as cutback management and sunset legislation. While these studies didn't offer solid program advice, the evolving scope of the policy sciences approach remains a subject of intellectual pursuit. 5. Appraisal of policy sciences approach. The credibility of the policy sciences has faced increasing skepticism due to its failure to produce empirical and normative truths, with scientific rationality being replaced by a broader theory of reason in society. Scholars like Keynes and Schneider emphasize a shift from the policy sciences to policy networks, characterized by informal communicative relations, decentralization, and a horizontal pattern of actor positions. Methodological problems and the dilemma of balancing knowledge and politics have also raised concerns about the effectiveness of the policy sciences approach. Laswell's idea of democratic values through citizens' participation in policy analysis has been criticized as cumbersome and ineffective, especially in the context of today's complex policies. 6. New directions and perspectives. The emphasis on ethical values aims to prevent political power from corrupting bureaucracy and ensure public accountability of higher bureaucracy. Promoting ethical analysis methods and procedures. Policy sciences have increasingly shifted their focus to public management, addressing topics such as evaluation, utilization, implementation, and termination, emphasizing practical operations and organization. Policy sciences continue to be relevant in resolving complex social and political issues, especially in the context of social and economic policies. Policy sciences are moving toward a reasoning approach that integrates social, political, legal, moral, and ethical rationalities, encouraging a broader conception of reason in society. The participatory policy analysis and post-positivist model aim to increase public participation in the policy process, contributing to a new vision for the future. Policy sciences are increasingly incorporating social network analysis as a tool to evaluate various actors in the policy process, focusing on horizontal relationships and the developments of public policies. However, some challenges remain in implementing this approach effectively. You will find notes of this video on pmkClasses.blogspot.com. Link will be provided into description box, so please check it out. Thank you.